In today's quest to break 40 minutes in the 10k, I've got an all-time classic workout of mile repeats. Okay, today's workout is going to be 5 by 1 mile, all at 10k pace, which for me hopefully is in the 350s or about 620 something per mile. I'm going to go with a 2-minute float between each rep. At this stage, it feels a bit on the generous side, but in all honesty, I've still not booked a 10k race yet, so there's no imminent hard 10k effort coming up. So on that basis, I don't feel I need to do a really hard run today with small recoveries, but on paper, I am feeling fresh. So yesterday I did a 14k easy, didn't run for 3 days before because I was away. So like I say, on paper, I should be feeling fresh. But in all honesty, the legs feel just a tiny bit tired. Not as fresh as I'd have hoped. We'll see how I feel at the end of these mile reps. I may add in 4 by a minute, just to finish off with. Anyway, cross the road now. 4k warm-up done. It's now traffic free for the rest of this. So let's get into it. 6 minutes, 10 seconds. Yeah, a little bit on the quick side. In fact, too quick. 6:20, 6:15 is really what I'm looking for. And I forgot to mention, these are actually 1600 metre repeats, which is a tiny bit shy of an actual mile. Okay, can I get closer to the 6:20 for this next rep? Let's find out and see. A bit better, 6 minutes and 16 seconds. The effort feels just about under control. Heart rate seemed to max out at 172, which I guess is where I'd probably want it in a race, at 3 kilometres. Anyway, off we go again. $6:21. Oh, I'm struggling. No more talking. This is not going well. 6:17, but I've lost control. I'm at the hard end far too early. Anyway, one last one to go. What a shame. 6:24. But for the first half of that, I'd picked up the pace and I was going to come in around the first rep time, but got a stitch and I couldn't hang on. I had to slow down to breathe it out. Well, there you are. Session done, just on the cool down. That'll end up being about 15.5 kilometres. A bit of a fail of a session and a big slice of humble pie. There was me thinking, oh, I should be feeling good. Not today for some reason. But I'm not going to get too disappointed in that. It would be easy to look at it and think, I can barely do 5 of those miles with a 2-minute recovery. How on earth am I going to stitch 6 of them together back to back? But no problem. You have some good days. You have some bad days. I am asking the body to do something it's never ever done before, to run 10 kilometres in less than 40 minutes. If it was easy, I would have done it years ago. And to be honest, I'm of the mindset at the moment that I'm getting just as much benefit, if not more, from the long run workouts. And that's what I'll be doing this weekend. Skip forward to Sunday and it's the long run day. It is a lovely morning for running. Nice and cool, nice and fresh. Perfect conditions for the local 10k race that's on today. The St Albans 10k, which tees off in about 40 minutes along this route here. And depending on where I am and they are, we might get to see them and give them a cheer. Now, I did have my eye on this race as a goal 10k effort, but decided against it in the end. One, I just felt the timing wasn't quite right. Beginning of August would not have allowed me to get in a solid 8 weeks of consistency. I've probably had about 5, well, if we're allowed to count this week. It's a great little event, always well organised. I've done quite a few of them now. In fact, my first ever 10k race was that St Albans 10k. I remember doing it in 48 minutes, and I can honestly say I've never felt worse at the end of a race. I'm actually glad I'm not racing today. This week, from a running context, I just feel awful. The legs feel so heavy, energy levels low for some reason this week. Can't quite put my finger on why, but if there's one thing I am pleased with, is that I have shown up this week. And then after those questionable mile repeats, I got out and did a 14k, very easy, deliberately kept the heart rate low. Yesterday, did an 11k, again, kept that really easy. The legs felt the worst they've felt all week yesterday. Today, they're feeling okay at best. Hardly feeling fresh, But on a positive, aerobically, the Nett heart rate efficiency, which I spoke about in last week's video, continues to show good high numbers. 1.4 something meters per beat as an average on all of those runs. And I'm pretty sure today will be no exception as well. Right, I'm 12 kilometers into this long run now. I still have no idea what I'm doing in this long run, but the heart rate's nice and low 130s. I'm going along at about 5:15, 5:20 average pace so far. So those stats are good. I think I'm going to make my way to the race course about kilometer 6 and see if I can get some inspiration. Trained hard for this, nearly at the business end, well done. It's not time to stop smiling yet. 10Ks are hard, aren't they? Fantastic. Cheering duties done. I really enjoyed being a sort of impromptu fan club. I wonder what the final results were and who ended up winning. First and second were alongside each other at that just shy of 6k mark. That was probably quite a good spot to cheer from. From a runner's perspective, if I was deep in the pain cave, just shy of 6 kilometres, I'd have probably gone out far too hard, and given that it's a slight uphill in kilometres 8 and 9, I would know I'm not able to hang on. So yeah, a bit of a cheer, something to put a smile on your face. It's not going to do you any harm, is it? As for today's long run, nothing exciting compared to the last few weeks. 21 kilometres, reasonably straightforward, reasonably easy. Shouldn't take too long to recover from. I'm planning to start off next week, tomorrow, with a day off, and that'll put me on about 77, maybe even 78 kilometres for the week. Despite it not being a top-notch week, I'll always take 77 kilometres, just shy of 50 miles for the week, because it's consistency and solid back-to-back weeks that will get results.